This is Brits, or as the residents call it, Brits. It's a small town in the northwest province of South Africa. Why am I here? Well, I'm not visiting an elderly relative on her birthday. And I sure didn't come for the scenery. I came here to see a car in this workshop, CDS Customs. This is Chippie. He owns the place. And this is the car that lured me here. Let's hear their story.
My name is Chippie. My real name is Christopher. I'm from Brits. I'm the owner of CDS Customs. We do any paint work, custom work on cars, detailing. We do turbo conversions, anything car related. We do. We try to do all the things on cars, like anything from custom work, suspension work, interior work. We do anything that you can think of related to cars, we can do it for you. So we do all the things like we would do for our own cars. We do most of the work indoors. There's some of the things that we have to send away, not much, but we do the engine conversions. We can build a car from ground to top, anything that you can think of. We do full restorations on cars. We also in the car scene, like on the shows, we do racing on the track. We try to do anything that the people can think of. Interior work, if you want to do anything on cars, we can always help you. If we can't do it, we get people out to help us with it. Cars are a very bit passionate for me. I've been in a car scene for a lot of years. I didn't grow up with anyone that actually does it. Since I've been young, I've been into cars. If there's a cool car or a fast car passing me, I always said I want to do something with it. And luckily for me, I went into the car scene working on cars as a mechanic. After the mechanical things, I changed over to paint work and stuff, and I just enjoy everything about cars. It's something that I enjoy, and that can take your mind off all the other things that's maybe problems or whatever it should be. But I enjoy it. It's a part of my life. I can't see myself without having a few cars, or in the racing scene or in the shows or anything. I have to do it. It's one of the things I do. I'm very passionate about cars. I like actually all Jap cars. I'm very big into all the Japanese cars. Hondas is just it's a thing that it's like a culture. You get it. There's so many Hondas to choose from, and it's like I said, it's like a life that you have. You've got a lot of buddies, and you make more friends with Hondas. The city especially, it's one of a kind. It's the only one in SA. I like to collect Hondas actually, because there's so many ones to choose from. Okay, so om te begin, daar's altyd stories oor Hondas. Hondas loop nie, dis 'n grasnyer, dis 'n weed eater, dis maak nie saak nie. Hondas is Hondas. As jy nie van dit hou nie daarvan nie. Ek geniet 'n Honda moer baie. Dis my baie van kar. Soos ek sê, as jy nie van 'n Honda hou nie, dan hou jy maar van iets anders. Dit is jou keuse. Almal doen maar waarvan hulle hou. Ek geniet 'n Honda. Hulle maak goeie krag, hulle maak maklik krag. Dis 'n moeë enjoyable kar om te ry. Ek kan myself nie insien sonder 'n Honda ooit nie. Ek geniet hulle regtig baie, en meerderheid van die mense wat nie daarvan hou nie is of 'n gap deurin of iets, maar 'n Honda bly net 'n Honda, en ek dink daar's vrek baie mense wat saam met my sal stem teen dit, en daar's van die ouens wat sal skop teen dit en sê dis maar Honda's maar kak, maar as jy maar gaan kyk, Honda's, hulle het al hulle punte gemaak. Kyk, almal praat altyd oor 'n VTEC. VTEC maak maar 'n bietjie ekstra power. Ek sal sê wat Honda kwaai maak is hulle motors. Hulle kan regtig baie maklik baie hoog ref en hulle maak krag tot heel bo. So ek sal maar sê Honda's wat kwaai is van hulle is maar die motors en alles van 'n Honda is kwaai, maar die motor maak dit maar net soveel beter. To be honest, I think every owner of a business will talk good about their own business. I really do my best on any guy's car, any client's car, my own cars. I don't think people can say that I do more work on my own cars than on a client's car. I love attention to detail, so whenever I do anything on a car, I do it as good as I can. Like I said, attention to detail is one of my strong things. I want the car to look neat inside, outside, underneath, the engine bay, and it must be clean. I don't believe in any dirty cars. It must be clean. Whenever you go to a show or a race or wherever you go, I try to stand out from the crowd and make a point of it to see, so that people can see the type of work we do to be clean and neat. That's always a big thing about a car scene. What you see about the car is normally what you get about a person. So if a car is clean and it's well looked after and you open a bonnet and the people doesn't expect it to look like that, it's always a good thing. So people can see who you are and what you do.
Okay, so let's go through the cars a bit. Tell me a little bit about this one. What is it and how did it come about?
It's a 1.6 4AGE, 4AGZE actually, with the supercharger on. The internals are still stock. It's got head flow and it's boosting a little bit higher than normal. Yeah, it's an enjoyable car. It sounds very weird. But yeah, it made its point a few times.
Where would we have seen this car before?
We normally raced on Talton, ODI a lot. We did a lot of street racing as well. Like I said, we went everywhere with the car. We did shows with it. I normally did like a show and shine. Right after that, we go to some racing. It's one of, I can do shows, I can do racing, I can do track days, I can do anything with the car. I can drive it to Durban, Cape Town, anyway. It's one of the reliable cars that I have. This was my father's car a lot of years back. We've been owning the car since 1990. My aunt bought it brand new. It's my first car, it's my first conversion that I did. I think this car actually made who I am. Like I said, it put me on the map, to be honest. I did a lot of conversions, same as these. I bought the car for racing with it. Later on I did the coilovers and all the other things it's got, so I do some track days with it. Like I said, it's my baby, it's my first car that I ever owned.
You don't really see many of these around. What's the story with this car?
This car is actually imported from America. The lady bought it new in America. I've got all the papers where it's been serviced in Washington DC. It's a left-hand drive, it's original VTEC Del Sol. It's a really clean car. It was one of my friends' car in Pretoria. Another friend bought it from him. I bought it from that friend again, and it's like a Sunday drive car. The roof, you can remove the roof. It's just an enjoyable car. It's not a very fast car or anything like that. It's just something unique. There's not a lot of them in South Africa. And I think this one is well taken care of. The interior, outside, everything is still neat. It's got cruise control, aircon, all the things work. Yeah, it's like I said, it's not a fast car, but it's a really enjoyable car, and I really enjoy to drive it. I don't drive it much because something like this in SA, if somebody bumps you or something happens to it, it's always difficult to get parts and to fix it. But like I said, I do all the work myself, so if something happens, you can at least fix it or import some parts and do it yourself. But it is what it is. It's an enjoyable car. I don't think anybody can say anything about the car like this. Yeah, it's a fun car.
So what engines did these come out with?
You got them in D15s and D16s, if I'm not wrong, and then you got them in the B16 VTEC. The B16 VTEC was like the highest class that you could buy.
Is that what this one is?
Yeah, this one is the original VTEC from the factory. The engine, everything still stock. It's got exhaust and filter on, and a uni-chip. The reduction is done by Junior Welding Works. They did a great job on that. And all the paintwork and stuff we did itself. The car's been painted outside as well. Yeah, it's like I said, I think it's one of the cleanest ones in SA. I've got a few buddies that also have clean ones like these, but it's like I said, I think it's one of the I think it's the only one that's original VTEC. If I'm not wrong, I'm not talking that it is what it is or it is true, but according to me, it's the only original VTEC.
Okay, so this is the car that I originally saw. This is a Honda City. I don't think I've ever seen one of these in the country. And I also saw this car in Brits, a much more expensive and much faster car, or should be much faster. So how did that come about?
To be honest, I don't think it runs like it do. If you feel the car, it feels impressive, but like I said, it's not the quickest car in the land or whatever, but I mean the M4 is not a slow car. It's a really enjoyable car. If I'm not wrong, I think it's the only, I know it's the only one in SA that's the shape. They actually scales right over the world. So it's a D60 non-VTEC, D16Y9 with a proper turbo on. It's not big, but it's a very good turbo. It's got a fuel cell in the boot. It's got some coilies on. The interior is still 100% standard. The car outside, it looks like a standard car outside. So I made the engine bay to look. If you open the bonnet, you wouldn't expect this to be the outside. So Junior Welding Work also did a lot of fabrication work on this car. The engine and stuff, I rebuilt it myself. We did a few changes inside. It's got an LSD diff in the gearbox, so that's why actually with the 13-inch it still hooks. Especially third gear, there's no wheel spin. First and second, it's a lot of wheel spin, so it's difficult to gap the guys from start. If I can put a proper set of tires on it, it's not difficult then. But to be honest, I like the look how it is. It's like a sleeper. So yeah, with these tires with LSD, and I think the power figure and the weight of the car, it's just perfect. I think if I'm going to make more power, it's not going to run as good. If you get traction, it will be sharp, but to be honest, the car, fourth gear, it's not the type of car that you want to go do top end runs with. The car's not built for that, especially not the body. But like I said, it's a fun car. It impressed me and a lot of other people as well. So yeah, it's a very special car.
Okay, so if you see this car on the road, definitely approach with caution.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not saying that anybody can come and race me or whatever it is. I built these cars for myself, not to prove a point to anybody else. I do it for the passion and I do it to enjoy it. So I'm not calling out anybody. I'm not the type of guy that want to be the big show of all the people, but it is what it is. If you enjoy it, why not? Okay, so this is one of the customers' cars. These as well. This is only a stock D15 that we did a bolt-on turbo conversion. We did all the pipe work, everything self, all the fabrication work. So yeah, that's that. This is a Honda Ballard, one of my friends' car. We're doing a H22 conversion. This is another guy's car that we redid. We actually restored the whole, it's Una Turbo. We restored the whole car. He's storing it here by me. So that's that. This is one of my other projects. I've been owning the car for around 9 years. It's a original Honda VTEC. We're gonna do cage. It's a fully built B18B with cams, head done, sleeves, rods, pistons, everything. So we're gonna build something else here, see what we can get out of it and enjoy it. if I'm not wrong, I think it's also the only one in SA. It's a Honda Acti. It's like a K car. They call it K cars in Japan. We actually took the VTEC engine that came out of this one to put in here. We bought the bakkie, the color like it is. I'm still going to change the color, do interior work. It had a B18B in, non-VTEC. So I took it out, the conversion was already done. I actually preferred it if it could have been standard. So normally the engine does sit at the back. It's a 650cc three cylinder. It's like very skew in the car. So it does sit here. They open it up and put a B18B in. So I'm going to use it for the shop, drive it around, try to get it registered in SA. And I've just enjoyed it and painted another color because this is not for me. I saw that one of my buddies actually came across the guy and he said he's got a Honda for sale, and whenever there's a Honda for sale, people normally call me, and if I have the funds for it in any way, then I can buy it. So when I saw it, I never heard about a thing like this, and when I saw it, I did some homework and I said no, I have to own it, and we went and bought this one. So the one that side actually, it's a Honda Beat. The engine that's in that car actually came also in the bakkie. So it's the same setup. The engine is at the back. It's rear-wheel drive. So that one also I must still paint and get a few parts from overseas that we need. The car does run. I have the original interior for it as well. So must also get painted and try and get it on the road and enjoy it. Okay, so this is also one of my friends' car. He actually builds the car himself. It's a K24. We're gonna do turbo conversion on it as well. All the paint work we did here, like I said, he's building it for himself, and we're helping each other. He helps me with some mechanic work, I help him. So it's his first big project actually that he took on, and like I said, I think it's going to be a fun car to have. The K series are getting much more popular now because they make a lot of power very easily. So yeah, this is also going to be a fun car.
Okay, lekker. Let's see the paint booth as well, because I see there's something standing in there as well.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, it's not the best shop or the biggest shop. There's people much better than mine, but we still get the job done. So we do all the paint work inside here. We've got a Subaru STI now here, and it's a normal panel kitting job. There's some stone chips and a bump on that side. We have to paint the rims and the brakes and everything. So this is normally how it looks. We close the cars up properly. I don't like to have overspray on the cars or whatever. Like I said, I take care of customers' cars like I would take care of mine. I always see it like if I have to send my car to someone to do something that I can't do, I always think that the people have to take care of my car. So whenever the car's in my position, I do the same as well.
Okay, so Chippie, this doesn't look like anything else inside the garage. What's the story with this? How did this come about?
Okay, to be honest, I grew up with front-wheel drive cars all my life. I don't think it's really difficult to drive a fast front-wheel drive. I had a 4-door bakkie with a 20 valve in it that I enjoyed a lot. And when I saw it, I'm like, listen, rear-wheel drive is a really fun car. So I did some homework on the 350s. I never liked them actually, to be honest. And on YouTube, all the cars, all the people that starts drifting and doing some playing around use 350Zs. I think it's a really easy car, like a budget build to get drifting actually. So I'm still in the route to get it properly set up for drifting and start to learn it and enjoy it. It's one of the better cars that I have. I didn't do much, how can I say it, I didn't do all the best work on it, because you know how it is, if you do too much on a car and you do it properly underneath, every like the other cars inside, you always feel bad to enjoy it. You're scared of a scratch, or you're scared of a stone chip or whatever it should be. This is one of the cars that that I can just enjoy. Whenever something happens to it, you don't care much. Take everybody for a spin and just play with it. It's not a pro drift car or anything like that. It's a based setup actually. So I still want to go to some people that know a little bit more than me on the drift work. But yeah, the point with the car is to enjoy it and try and get into the drifting actually. We did a full cage inside. It's got proper coilovers in. The engine is still quite standard. We welded the diff. Yeah, like I said, the styling on the car is just so it can look a little bit different. People doesn't know me with this type of cars or this flashy. I'm not a flashy guy.
Okay guys, so that's a basic rundown of all the cars here in his garage. But the reason I came here is the Honda City, and I really want to go for a spin in it. So if it's fine with Chippy, we'll go for a spin in it. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it. Ek het al getraai om te pedal en te goed, maar hy is op sy beste limiter. Ja, omdat hy alles werk mooi.
Okay guys, so that's it from me. This is CDS Customs. Like I said, I saw this car on the internet. I had to have a look at it. I had to see what it was all about. And I was lucky enough to get an invite to come to the shop and to see all the other cars that are around here. So thanks a lot to Chippy from CDS Tuning, or CDS Customs, sorry. From CDS Customs. I really appreciate it. As you guys can see, great attention to detail. Very good looking cars, very fast cars as well. I can tell you from what I've witnessed today, every car in here, no matter where you look, you can open any panel, any door. If you look underneath, it's sprayed properly, it's done properly, everything has been paid attention to, and that's really rare these days. So if you ever find yourself this side of the world, he looks like a very sociable guy. There's people pulling up here the whole day, pulling in, saying how's it. I think that's a very cool thing about this shop, is you can see that there's a sense of community here as well. So if you ever find yourself this side of the world in Brits, I think pull in, come see what it's all about. And if you ever need something done to your car, this is definitely a place I would bring mine. I've even toyed with the idea in the future of having a Honda built here, just because they're quite close to my heart as well. But yeah, so thank you to Chippy. Thank you for showing me all the cars, and I really hope that you guys have been able to enjoy it as well. And I mean, man, this little Honda City, it's really something special. And for me, this is really a statement to what he can do. And as you saw in the video, it's a lethal thing. So yeah, guys, until I see you next time, please be safe out there on the road. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like me to do, any criticism. I'm always open to criticism, and please hit the like button. It helps me out. It really empowers me to do more things and better things, and it motivates me. I'm human. Yeah, I'll see you guys around. Be safe out there. Till next time.